You've been asking for it, so let's get stuck into some Vintage Cube gameplay. Hello everyone and welcome to Life Begins at 20. My name is Mark and today we're going to be heading on to Magic the Gathering Online to play some Vintage Cube. Now this is going to be my first time playing Magic the Gathering Online. I haven't really done it, so there's going to be probably some misplays going on, some clunky keyboarding and all that kind of stuff. So I will apologise in advance for that, but I'm very excited to get stuck into the Vintage Cube. I've been looking forward to this for quite a while now. I've been building up to it and I've just been working flat out all weekend, so and the beginning of this week, so I've now actually managed to get hold of time to play this Vintage Cube. So without any further ado, let's get stuck in. So, what have we got to start off with? I don't know why some of the there we go, we've got all the pictures now. Time Walk, nice piece of power straight off. It's not necessarily the best one, so what else have we got? Pestamite of Kiki Jiki comes up. Gideon I'm not so excited about. Fast Bonds I'm using. Bit of fixing there. Misty Rainforest is actually a pretty decent shout there. Thoughtseize is good. Overall it's not the most exciting at first packs, but I'm going to be taking the Time Walk. Nice piece of power to start off with. Who doesn't want to have an extra turn for one and a blue? I mean, if I didn't take the Time Walk, I probably would have gone down the route of Grey Titan or something else along those lines. So who else we've got here? We've got Makeshift Mannequin's not the best for a Reanimator. We've got Kozilek to be able to cheat in. Force Spike, a good little counterspell. Ponder, sort ourselves out. But to be honest, I think Volcanic Island might be a good shout here. Fixing is always handy to have, and I'm going to go with that. Put that in the sideboard there, just because a bit of fixing there. I wasn't too excited about the rest of the cards. I mean, hopefully either Force Spike or Ponder might work its way back around again, but fixing is always handy to have in this cube for sure. So okay, what have we got here? Pack Rat's fantastic, that's just a game winner by itself. Brain Freeze, no, not particularly. Dragon Lord Slumgar is great, it just takes over a permanent, steals that. Or we've got ourselves Academy Ruins, so put target artifact card from your library, graveyard on top of your library, so that's got a little bit of potential. Other than that, we've got Dragon Lord Ojutai. It's hexproof as long as it's untapped. I do like that. I do like Ojutai there. In terms of blue, Brain Freeze, not too exciting. Pack Rat could be quite fun, especially with getting rid of stuff. The Academy Ruins again could be useful if we're going to go down that route. But I'm gonna go for Ojutai as my top end. We'll see what happens. Okay, so we've got Flooded Strand. Snapcaster Mage will get us Time Warp back, which is quite amusing. I don't mind that as a pick. Other than that, we're not seeing a lot of blue here. Brimaz would be fantastic if you're going to go down the tokens, along with Elspeth again for white tokens. It's not. Flooded Strand will help us get our Volcanic Island, and it's also white fixing if we wanted to play Dragon Lord. Do like the Snapcaster Mage there though to try and get something. The Time Warp back would be quite fun, but I think it's going to have to be the land again. Okay, what have we got here? Steam Vents again, another land. It's a good solid pick. I don't really want to be getting all the fixing to start off with, but it might actually not be a too good bad shout. Armageddon, not the kind of thing we want to be going on here. Kitchen Finks is great. You get Hexproof. Potentially useful, but later on. I suppose the Steam Vents keeps us open. Because again, there's just not much I really want to be looking at there. Right. We've got Penilacron, so 4, 5, 7. It's Illusion. Enter battlefield, untap 7 lands. It's basically free. Return it to your hand as well. We've got Wrath of God. If you wanted to play a more control type of deck, Selfless Spirit's great if you wanted to, you know, play a heavy creature strategy and then it just keeps everything indestructible. Maze of Ith can be quite fun in more of a control deck. Living Death's great if you wanted to do Reanimator as well. I don't think Reanimator's an option going on here. It's one of these three, either Wrath of God, Selfless Spirit, or Penillicron, but I'm going to go with this. As again, it's a top end, but it's going to untap all of my lands. Oh, this is a pretty decent pack as well. So we've got Fixing, if we want to, with the fast land there of white-blue. Angel of Sanctions, again, it's a top end card. But it's done some great work. I think I'm going to have to go Jace here, though. I think I'm going to have to go Jace and really go down in the blue section. Gideon. That's a mean card. Winter Orb. We haven't got enough rocks going on there for that. Revoke is great as a Pithing Needle type effect. Will destroy all lands. Don't really want to do that. Winter Orb could be fun. I think I'm going to have to go for the Gideon. We're back to our first pack by the looks of it here. So we can either go Spirebluff Canal. Reflector Mage could be quite nice in a tempo deck. Disenchant can always be useful because we've got a lot of mana rocks, potentially even Moxes that can get rid of there. Well, there's the Pestamite. Flash, untap or untap. I mean, we could hold out potentially for hoping for Kiki. Gideon's a nice control card there, but I'll go with the Pestamite, just in case. Just in case. Forest Plains, again, extends any fixing that we might need. Kozilek, don't really want to do that. Return legendary creature to its owner's hand. That's quite fun. Might just have to be the Wall of Omens. I'm not a huge fan of that, though. I'll take that anyway. Here we've got Soulfire Grandmaster again. It might work out for us. Not 100% sure of that. We don't have any artifact cards, although we might get some. I'm going to take the Soulfire Grandmaster. I'm just going to put it in the sideboard there. Brimaz could be fun. Archangel of Thune is a beast. Which one would I fancy the most? I'll go Brimaz just because he's a little bit cheaper. Sweltering Sun deals 3 damage to each creature. Again, we'll just take Armageddon. I'm not the right deck for that unless we have Selfless Spirit out, which I will take. We get a bit of fixing there as well. Okay, so what have we got going on here? Blade Splicer. Vents is great. Island Swamp in case we want to potentially look somewhere else. Balance. So each player chooses a number of lands he or she controls equal to the lands controlled by the player. Sacrifices rest and does the same with creatures. So balance is very strong. Other than that, Venser bouncing something back. I think I'm going to go with balance. I haven't actually played a balance deck for a while. We get a Mox Pearl. Interesting. Oh, probably more than likely take that. Kithian's not a bad shout at all. And you've got a Signet. What the hell did they have in their pack to do that? Torrential Gearhulk is another one I'd love to. Hopefully that could come round again. But I'm going to have to take the Mox Pearl. Gilded Lotus, Force of Will. Exile blue card from your hand. That's fantastic. I don't think I can turn that down. Although they've got they've got a Tundra as well. Wow, this is a good pack for us. I hope that comes around. If it doesn't come round, still some options, but I'm going to have to take the Force of Will. Land tax as well. Wow. Sheldock Isles is great. Just because we can hide something in there and getting out later on. If needs be, Linvala. Not too fussed about Linvala, to be perfectly honest. Jace is great as well. I'm thinking land tax. I just think that could be quite funny. We're going to play one of those annoying, irritating decks by the looks of things. Okay, so we've got Impulse, top 4 cards of your library, rest on the bottom. Monastery Mentor can do some work to get some extra tokens. Day of Judgment, again, that'd be fine against a token, you know, creature heavy strategy. And Iron Walk. Okay, that's quite interesting, but it's very, very weak. Very susceptible. It's either destroy all creatures or the Monastery Mentor here. Or this Impulse to go and get hold of Time Walk and other bits. I think the Impulse might come back around again, but we shall see. Banishing Light is a great shout. Vryn Nightmare is amusing, but it doesn't help us in the slightest. That's more for a creature heavy deck. Fatal Push is great. Don't really want to have Fire and Ice, even though we've got fixing there for red. I think it's gonna have to be Banishing Light there. Fiend Hunter, very good as well. Bizarre Effect that could help us. Potentially. Got more fixing there if we wanted to splash for red. Tolarian Academy is great, but we don't have. We've only got one artifact, so that seems pointless unless more come up. Porcelain Legionnaire is not really what we're going for, and Fiend Hunter might be the right shout, but the double white might be an issue. I'm gonna go for the Academy and hope we get some more artifacts. Knight of the White Orchard would help. Again, it works well with land tax as well. Inspiring Vantage, again, if we want some fixing. Declaration Stone is just solid. Okay, we've got Blade Splicer, Wandering Fumarole. Don't have any red. I might be able to splash for a little bit of red in here somewhere. Not sure we want Blade Splicer. I don't think that's what we're doing, unless... No, I don't think that's what we're really doing here. Plain Swamp. Essentially the Plain Swamp there in Godless Shrine. We're really playing more of a white deck anyway. Oh, there we go. So we've got... They both came round. Have we got enough spells to really make this work? So we've got 3 at our top end. If we do that, I think we're going to have to. High Tide can help us. Spectral Procession again could. I think we're going to take High Tide. Electrolyze on the sideboard purely down to the fact that we've got the fixing for it. Linvala's a great card to just sort herself out at the end of the game, but I think we've got too much at the top end, so I won't be touching that. Day of Judgment, we got the creature wipe if we need it. I can't see me using that. And we've got the Fiend Hunter as well, so someone definitely isn't playing white next to us. Question is, what can we get in this pack? Emrakul? Ouch. Delver, Solemn Simulacrum, Mental Misstep. This is a nice counterspell. That's a good mana sink for later on in the game. Sword, red and white protection. Might just take the Izzet Signet just for a bit of fixing there. Oh, actually, we've got Supreme Verdict. Just in case. Just in case. Enlightened Tutor is going to be useful for us as well. Oh. Izzet Signet might well be... I think the Verdict might come back around again. I'm going to go for the Signet. I would like to have some more fixing going on here. Crucible of Worlds isn't what we're really going for. Mana Tide's great fun, just because no one's expecting Counterspell in white. We haven't got much fixing for Dramoka, so we can't do that. Lily's great for whoever's making that. Leonin. No, the double white's horrible for that. Mana Tithe, Crucible. I don't think this is a Crucible deck. I think we're going to be taking the Mana Tithe here, although Tezzeret means we can then untap those. We can then search for the Torrential Gearhulk, and I think that's all we've got going for us, so no, we'll take the Mana Tithe. Timely Reinforcements is good. Ooh, Nahiri. I do like Nahiri. I really do like Nahiri. Very solid. Timely Reinforcements can help in a sticky situation. Angel of Serenity, if we can get there, is fantastic. But I think our top end's a bit too high. I think we're going to go for the Nahiri. The Angel might come around again. Everflowing Chalice. Oh, we've got the Oblivion Ring as well. Moldrifters are great if we want to get some extra card draw. Oof. This is a good pack for us as well. I think Geist might come back round again. It's whether we want to have the Oblivion Ring, even though we've got Banish and Light, or the Moldrifter. I'm thinking Moldrifter just for the card draw. Yeah, we're going to go Moldrifter. Elspeth. Oh, we've got Restoration Angel as well. And we've got Pestamite, so we have got potential if Kiki Jiki or someone comes along, if we really wanted to. Mishra's Workshop's great, but we don't have very many artifacts. Elspeth is a game winner by herself. Restoration Angel won't really help us all too much. Still a solid card, but I don't think it's going to help us too much. But other than that, not really that much of a exciting thing going on here. I think I'm going to have to go. I'm going to go Else. Yeah, I'll go Elspeth. Elish Norn's fantastic as well. We got Kiki Jiki. I should have taken the Restoration Angel. Oh, that's poor on my count. We could hope it comes back round. I can't imagine it will. I'll be kicking myself if it does. Elish Norn's great at the top end, but I think again we've just got too many cards at the top end here. We're not going to be cheating stuff in. Looter Core will help us. Or the Hedron Archive again will be great. Wise Desire. I think we're going to play. I think we're going to go for the Hedron Archive and just to have a bit of ramp there. Oh, Sun Titan as well. Mother of Runes is great. Days. Someone really isn't playing white. I think one of those is going to come back round again. I think we're going to go for the Days there. Limvala is very solid. Activated abilities can't be used. Braids. Oh, if we'd only seen that earlier, that would have been a great deck to be able to put together. It's either Limvala or Ajani. Limvala makes slightly more sense, but I think we're going to go put Ajani in the sideboard there. Student of Warfare. So yeah, the Supreme Verdict came back round. Student of Warfare is a great dump in mana. Don't think we can get that back again very easily because we didn't take the land. Probably should have done now. Sword is somewhat useful. I think we're going to have to go for the Verdict. Again, Crucible Wells isn't the deck we're going for here. Stick that in the sideboard. Angel of Serenity's come back, and so is the Timely Reinforcements. I think my top end's probably a bit too high, but I quite like having that. I think that will do good work. Oh, what a pick we got here. Geist for Hexproof 2/2. That does some serious work. Or the Oblivion Ring. Might have to be the Oblivion Ring here. Oh, no, it's Geist it is then. Mistress Workshop. Stick that on the side. Kiki Jiki came back around, but the other one didn't. So Anguished Unmaking can sit in the sideboard there. Might actually have an okay-ish deck. I think I've still got too much going on. I'm trying to think what I can get rid of. Force I won't ever be paying for that much. We've got Ramp. Fair amount of fixing. We could be alright here. I don't know why we haven't got our last card coming. Or has someone dropped out? Potentially. Okay, let's have a look through. Is there anything in here I'd really want to play? Oh, an Exquisite Firecraft. Fine. Overall, I don't think that's too bad a looking deck. Balance will make things quite fun for us. It could end up working. So each player chooses a number of. Nah, that's good for us. Land tax is going to be hilarious. Mana Tithe they won't expect. Time Walk. Jace fine. Pestamite. Why didn't I take Kiki? I had Pestamite. Oh, you idiot! You absolute idiot! Right. Anyway, moving away from my blatant uselessness, is Gideon the right thing to have here? Potentially. Angel of Serenity at the top end, quite expensive, but might work out for us. Time what we're keeping. Monastery Mentor. I think we can take the Mentor out. It's not a bad looking curve at this moment. I mean, that's fixing. That's fixing. Land tax is technically fixing. So we've got Artifact Spells, so Torrential Gearhulk classes that. Ajani's one I'm looking at going to potentially put him in. 4/5. It's basically a free 4/5 if you can get the mana for it. I think Angel of Serenity might just do some more work for us. Elspeth kills off a big threat, or very big threats, multiples of. Ojitai definitely help. Moldrift is getting us some extra cards. I can't believe I didn't get Kiki. Do I drop the Nahiri? Or is it worth the splash? Might be worth the splash. Can't see anything else in my Fiend Hunter. Not going to take the Wingmare. We've got Day of Judgment if we get a lot of problems against Plenty of Creatures. To be honest, 26. 20. Probably just need to take another card out. Nahiri would probably be the one. How many spells have we got? Seems to be very creature heavy. So we've got what? Instant card. 1. 2. Oh, Gearhulk, you're coming out. I've only got 2 instants. That's not going to do me very well, is it? Thought I took a few more than that. So we've got sorceries, we've got Force of Will. Free Force of Will might be useful though. Free Force of Will could be useful. In terms of fixing, we've got 1, 2. Not playing any black. Got Flooded Strand. That can either get us Volcanic Island. It can also get us Steam Vents. How many artifacts have we got? 3, 4. It's not worth it. Probably that could be a very explosive turn 1 play if we actually had Mishra's Workshop, Mox Pearl going into a Hedron Archive turn 1. But is it a bit too linear? Whether Elspeth is the right creature here, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not too disappointed with the curve. I think we probably just need to get rid of an extra card. Wall of Omens, potentially. Is Brimaz really what we want to do here? It's great for flooding the board later on. But is it what we really want to do here? Put Supreme Verdict in as a counter for later on, if needs be. No, I do quite like this. It's whether we want High Tide. Until end of turn, whenever a player taps an island, should have to have multiple islands coming up. Could get something quite big very quickly. 3. No, we definitely need to kill, so we need to get rid of something else. Angel are happy at the top end. Gear Hulk, it's got a few uses, but not too many. Can't get it back through Time Walk. Get Force of Will back. Days, Mana Tithe. Is that it? Geist is good because it's just a 2/2 hexproof. Earlier on in the game, it will do some serious work for us. Brimaz is the only one I'm looking here going, do I really want this? Floods the board, with then Gideon then carrying on to flooding the board. Oh, we've got the big beaters at the end. That doesn't come off. To be honest, I think Wall of Omens isn't very strong. It's good. It just gives you a 0/4 blocker and a draw a card, which is kind of what we want to do. No, after the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of fixing, 11 more. Possibly Nahiri having to come out. Possibly. But then there really is no point having Volcanic Island and Steam Vents in there. The Izzet Signet is always going to be useful. Force of Will won't ever be played for that. Ojitai. Hexproof as long as it's untapped. I might just take the Gear Hulk out. It's only got 3 targets. Yeah, we'll take the Gear Hulk out. So that'd be 24. So 16 lands with a bit of ramp. Yeah, well, we can give that a try. Do I want red mana? No. I will take an extra. What do we need the extra of? The white and blue. We haven't got any white fixing there. I think that's going to be our deck. So I will see you in game 1. So definitely a clunky looking deck to play. Not necessarily the best draft I could have actually done there, but let's go and see what is going to happen in the future videos when we come back for game 1. I would just like to take this moment to thank my Patreons of the channel. I can't thank you enough for the help and support that you're giving me. If you'd like to do the same, head over to patreon.com/lifebeginsat20 and there'll be a link in the description below for that as well, where there are plenty of rewards to choose from. With your support we can really push to make this channel even better. Be sure to check out our sponsor 5colorcombo.com for a great range of Magic the Gathering accessories with stunning artwork, plus a great app to draft and create decks on the fly. Use the referral code LifeBeginsAt20 for 5% off. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Tuesday and Friday. With your support we can really help this channel to grow. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.